Okay, so let's flip into notes 1.4. And then we're going to probably finish with this so that y'all have time to work on your stuff. Sound good? Okay. So here is your first page. Special cases. Special cases mean they're special. Yeah, they're special. They're exceptions to all the rules. But there's only two exceptions. One of them is no solution. One of them is infinite solutions. Okay? So these happen whenever everything else goes crazy. But we're going to follow our steps to try to figure out what happens and what causes these special cases. So all I'm going to do on each problem is write DCMAD. What does that stand for?
Don't call me after dark.
Don't call me after dark. Okay?
Wait, I don't have this read.
It's on the front of your 1.4 notes when you folded it up. There you go. Okay? Now, we're going to find no solution first. But in order to find no solution, we're going to solve this problem to see what happens. So, Coach Williams is ADHD. I'm just going to be full front honest. I have to stay very organized or I can't focus in. Okay? The way I stay organized is I put a line down my equal sign to remind my mind whatever I do on one side, I have to do to the other. But it also helps me separate my problem for these first two steps. Because don't stands for what? Distribute. So I look on this side first. Is there anything to distribute over here?
Yes.
Over on the left side? No, there's no distributing here. But on the right side, is there distributing?
Yes.
So I'm going to take care of that. What is 7 times x?
7x.
And what is 7 times negative 3?
21.
Don't forget that sign, negative 21. So I've distributed. Don't is taken care of. Now, what does call mean?
Combine.
Combine like terms. So again, I'm going to look one side at a time. Over here, can I combine anything?
Yes.
What?
3
My
and
x's.
4x.
What's 3 and 4 going to give me?
7x.
And then minus 5, right? Because I didn't touch it?
Yes.
Oh, I wrote that kind of all catadrawonkus. Sorry.
What is Calabjolonkus mean?
Weird.
Oh, you wrote the same.
Oh, I said 21. Man, these people that are watching my video are going to be like, she's dumb. Okay, so now, this is when I start moving things around. Now, when I move them across the line, I change their sign. Okay? When you move across the line, you change the sign. So, N stands for move the variable to the left. So over here, if it's a positive 7x and I need it to move across the line,
Minus 7x.
minus 7x. Whatever I do to one side, I always do to the other. So that 7x cancels. And I'm left with what on this right side?
Negative 5x.
Negative 21.
Negative 21. Okay? But what happens here?
It's a 1x, right?
What's 7 minus 7?
0.
Doesn't that cancel as well? What am I left with?
X minus 5.
Just negative 5. So here's the problem. Doesn't my line mean an equal sign?
Yes.
Does negative 5 equal negative 21?
No.
So you're saying they're liars?
Yes.
Okay. When your variables cancel and the resulting statement is false, I have no solutions. So underneath no solution up here, I want you to write liar. They tried to lie to you. They are liars. They are awful. Yes, sir.
On the start, this would be a question like this.
Yes, there will be. And here's how you can really quickly prove your answer. Take the left side of your equation, go back to the original problem, and type it in as what? Y1. Take the right side of your equation, the original problem, type it in as Y2. Do that real quick for me. Everybody do it.
3x minus 5.
So on Y1, you're typing 3x minus 5 plus 4x. And then for y2, you're going to press 7 parentheses, x minus 3, close parentheses. Now remember, we have to press graph first to go look at the graph. So press graph. What do you notice about these lines? They're parallel. They're never going to touch. So if they never touch, we can't find their answer, right? So what type of lines are these? They're parallel lines. They do not touch.
Intersect.
Or intersect. There you go. That's a good word too. Whatever you understand, you write it down. Okay. So, does everybody have this good to go?
Yes.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to not erase the Don't Call Me After Dark, but I'm going to erase everything else to move on to the infinite solutions.
You erased this.
You got it? Oh, I did. Darn it. Okay, so let's look here. Infinite solutions. It's pretty much going to be the complete opposite of no solution. So let's solve it first. Remember, don't call me after dark. I draw the line to tell me whatever I do on one side, I do to the other. And when I jump the line, I change the sign. So, don't stands for what again?
Distribute.
So, any distributing on the left side?
No.
What about the right side?
Yes.
What am I distributing?
2x and 2 and negative 1.
Good. So, 2 times x is?
2x.
2 times negative 1 is?
Negative 2.
Good. Did I touch this negative 1? I'm going to bring it down. I didn't touch this side yet, so I'm just going to bring it down. Finish, don't. What does call stand for?
Combine like.
Good. Combine anything that looks alike. On the left side, can I combine this?
No.
What about the right side?
Yes.
What can I combine?
Negative 2.
Negative 2 and negative 1. That's going to combine to give me
Negative 3.
negative 3. I'm going to bring down the left side because I didn't touch it. Now, M stands for what? Move to the?
Left.
So how do I move a positive 2x across the line?
Right.
Change the sign. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the? Good. What does that do with this 2x on the right side?
Cancel it out.
Cancels. What am I left with?
Negative 3.
Good. What about the left side? What am I left with?
Negative 3 are equal.
So is that true this time?
Yes.
So they're not liars. So, true here. When the variables cancel and the resulting statement is true, I have infinite solutions, which means any number I pick to put in for x will work. But let's go prove that. How am I going to do it?
You hit y equals.
Y equals, you're going to start with the left side is y1, and then go back to your original problem for the right side as y2. So for y1, you're typing in 2x minus 3. Then you're pressing enter. For y2, you're pressing 2 parentheses x minus 1, close parentheses, minus 1. And then graph it. How many lines do you see? Just one. And it's because they're the exact same.
He got a different.
Uh-oh.
He got dope.
Uh-oh. Let's look at how we answered it. Y equals? Okay, if they meet, then we're going to have an answer. Oh, here. Figured it out. It's not a negative 2. It's because I have an extra mark up there.
I saw that's what I
There you go.
I never.
Now you should only have one. You typed it in perfect. You only have one line.
But like, isn't it just?
Oh, it's just because hers is zoomed out further than yours.
Well, it's been doing that like.
That's okay. We'll go back to original and I'll show y'all. Okay, so on the graph, these lines are what?
Equal.
Combine.
Straight.
Straight. Same.
The same. They always intersect, or touch. Okay, now do me a favor. I'm going to teach you a calculator trick real fast. I want you to press the zoom button and 6 because it says standard. It's going to take you back to the normal graphing screen. Now everybody's graph should look the exact same. Does that help?
Yes.
So if your graph ever looks all crazy, always press zoom 6 to go back to normal. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay, so here are our special cases. Those are pretty simple to figure out. Let's go do 3 examples from the inside of our notes, and then 3 examples are for you to do and get checked with me before you can start on your activity. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay, so look inside. We've got 5 minutes before lunch, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do one example together. I'm going to pause the video, and then when we come back, we'll finish the other 2. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay, so example 1. These are easy because the variables are not on what? Both sides. They're just already on 1, so that's nice. We're still going to follow Don't Call Me After Dark. Okay? So I'm still going to draw my line because that's just how I work. If you don't do it, that's okay. Now, is there anything to distribute? No. On the left side, can I combine anything?
No.
What about the right side?
No.
No. Okay? My variable is already by itself. Move just means get it to one side. Okay? It's already on the left side. We're good to go. Now, if it was on the right side, that's okay too. As long as it's by itself already. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Okay? Now, add or subtract anything to get it away. What can I add or subtract?
Minus 3.
Minus 3. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the? Good. So what does that leave me with on the left side? 4x equals what? 12. And what's my last step?
5.
So I divide by what?
4.
4. Whatever number is in front of my variable, that's what I divide by. I've got x equals 3. Pretty simple? You try to do example number 2. How can you check your answers again?
The Y1.
Y1 for this side, Y2 for this side. If anybody wants to check it, I'm sure you're going to get 3. Okay? So let's look at example 2, and then we'll go to lunch. Okay? Could I distribute anything?
No.
What about combine like terms?
No.
Did I need to move my variable? No. It's okay if it's on the left or right side as long as it's by itself. Okay? Add or subtract. What did I need to do?
Subtract 10.
Subtract 10 from both sides. I've got negative 5c equals 65. Then I divide by what?
Negative 5.
Negative 5 on both sides. And my answer turns into a what type of number?
Negative 13.
Negative 13. How'd y'all do?
Great.
Good. So we'll pause.